In continuation with this chapter, now let's study another topic, that is motional electromotive force. We have studied about induced EMF, that it is produced due to the change in magnetic flux due to the motion of a bar magnet or any conducting coil. Now let's study about motional EMF. It is that induced EMF which is produced due to the motion of a conductor, and when this conductor is placed in a time independent uniform magnetic field, that is the EMF induced due to the motion or a movement of a conductor placed in a time independent, that is it's not changing with time, uniform magnetic field. Let's find its value. Consider a uniform magnetic field which is into the plane of a paper denoted by cross, and consider a rectangular loop which is conducting. Let it be PQRS loop, in which QR loop is movable. This arm is movable and it is free to move towards left side or right side. Let us consider it is moving towards left side with velocity v, and it has its resistance capital R, and here we are assuming that the resistance of the remaining arms are negligible. Thus the total resistance of the whole loop is capital R. Thus the flux linked with loop PQRS is given as BA cos theta. Theta is the angle between magnetic field and area vector. Here magnetic field is perpendicular to area and area vector is along magnetic field, that is making an angle of 0 degree. The flux is maximum equal to BA. Area is, let us take its breadth as L and length as x. Therefore area is L into x, or phi b equal to BLX. Now according to Faraday's law, the rate of change of magnetic flux is equal to induced EMF. According to Faraday, induced EMF is given as rate of change of magnetic flux. Substitute the value here, as here we can see that as this arm is moving towards left, that therefore its distance is decreasing with time, that is x is changing with time. Thus we can write magnitude of induced EMF is equal to B and L is constant, differentiation of x with respect to time, where dx by dt is taken as the speed of a conductor or the velocity in terms of vector quantity. So this is the value of induced EMF. When there is a motion of a conductor and magnetic field is time independent, that is does not varying with respect to time. Thus we can write where v is equal to dx by dt, that is the speed of a conductor in terms of magnitude, and if we are considering about direction, then here negative sign will come and this will be the velocity of a conductor. Or arm QR, and E magnitude is the induced EMF by the movement of arm QR. Therefore, induced current in a loop now this loop is behaving like an electrical circuit as it contains induced EMF, thus it has induced current and it has some considerable resistance. Therefore, it is behaving like an electrical circuit. Thus, induced current in a circuit is induced EMF by ohmic resistance. Value of induced EMF is BLV upon R. This is the magnitude of induced current and its direction is given by Fleming's right hand rule. That is here, let this is the direction of magnetic field which is into the plane of a paper, and this gives the direction of the motion of a conductor which is towards left or perpendicular to magnetic field. Thus the direction of current is downward or in clockwise direction. It is like this. So center finger is in downward direction, its polarity this end is considered as positive and it has negative polarity, and the current is clockwise. Now as the induced current is produced because of the presence of magnetic field, thus each arm is experiencing force, and as these arms are equal and they are experiencing force in equal in magnitude but opposite in direction, therefore they will cancel. Let it be F1 and it be F2. Here F1 and F2 will cancel out and In this arm, the force is acting in opposite direction to that of the velocity, constant velocity which we are applying to move it against this magnetic force. Let it be F3, and this force is given by Ampere's law, which we have already studied, and its value is equal to F3 equal to I length vector cross B vector. Now, as we know, it's a cross product, so angle is sine theta between L vector and B vector. Here, L vector has a direction equal to the direction of current. Here we can see that L and B are making an angle of 90 degree with each other. It is into the plane of a paper, magnetic field is into the plane of a paper, and length is perpendicular to it, and its direction is along the direction of current. Now, to find the direction of force, we have to find its cross product, that is L cross B gives the direction of force in outward direction. That is, by right hand screw rule we can find the direction of this force which is directed outward, or opposite, equal and opposite to the direction of this force which we are applying to move the arm towards left side, that is F4. It is opposite to this F4 force, and it is equal to ILB sine 90 degree. Sine 90 is 1, therefore F3 equal to BIL, and as I is equal to BLV upon resistance into L, since I is equivalent to BLV by R. Therefore, F3 force, which is also known as deflecting torque, it is equal to B square L square V by R. This is the value of a force which is directed in outward direction. Its direction is outward, or in the and opposite to the velocity of this arm QR. Here it is going into the magnetic field, it is coming out of the magnetic field. So it is directed outwards, it is going inwards. Now, as the force is B square L square V by R, now we have to do some mechanical work to move or displace this arm towards this side, and this mechanical work is stored in the form of electrical power, that is in the form of electrical energy. It is given as power equivalent to F vector dot V vector, or FV cos theta. Therefore, here we can see that this movable arm is experiencing a force F3 equal to magnetic force in opposite direction, and the force which we are applying is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Thus, this arm will able to move with constant velocity as the forces are equal. Thus, the net force on this arm is 0, and therefore the acceleration is 0, and as the acceleration is 0, therefore the arm will move with constant velocity, and this force is F4 force, and this is the mechanical power which we are applying to move it towards left side, and this force is equal in magnitude to this, which is equal to B square L square V by R into V. Here angle between F4 and V is 0 degree, that is cos 0 is 1. Thus we get mechanical power equal to B square L square V square by R. And now let's calculate electrical power. Its value is equal to E into I, or we can write I square into R. Both are the formulae of electrical power. Here, as we have studied, that induced current is equal to E by R, that is induced EMF by R. Therefore, E square by R, or E square is equal to BVL. Induced EMF is BVL in magnitude. Its square is B square V square L square upon R. Now here we can see that both the values are equal. That is, mechanical work or mechanical power is equal to the electrical power. And this electrical power is in the form of heat dissipated or lost or released when we will do mechanical work. That is, we can say mechanical power which we are expending is equal to electrical power generated, provided that there is no heat dissipation. Also, we can calculate the value of induced charge, as we know that induced charge is equal to I into delta T, and I is equal to induced EMF upon resistance, and by Faraday's law induced EMF is equal to del phi by del T into del T by R, and we get the value of induced charge equal to del phi by R, which is independent of time. Thus, we have studied that if we will place a conducting loop in a uniform magnetic field, and this, if we will move it, because of the magnetic field, the forces are experienced by these arms, and these forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. This it will cancel out, and this is a deflecting force, also known as Lenz's force or magnetic force. And this force is acting on this movable arm in opposite direction to the force which we are applying to move this conducting loop. This force is equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, therefore their acceleration will be zero, and thus it will move with constant velocity. We have calculated about mechanical work, which is equal to electrical work when there is no heat dissipation, and we have also calculated the value of electrical work, which is equal to the heat dissipated or joules heating. And we have calculated about induced charge. We also find the value of induced EMF, as this arm is behaving like a battery, and this battery is providing current to the whole conducting loop. We have calculated about induced EMF and induced current and induced charge. Now let's find the value of induced EMF by Lorentz force. Thus, motional EMF from Lorentz force by Fm equivalent to Q V cross B, and the angle between velocity and magnetic field here is 90 degree. Therefore QVB sin 90 is 1, and its direction of force is given by Fleming's left hand rule. Let's see it. As we know, the direction of magnetic field is into the plane of a paper. Direction of current is clockwise in this way. Thus, thumb points in this direction, that is along QR. We can see it in this manner. This is the direction of magnetic field. This is the direction of current. The thumb points in direction of QR towards R. So here direction is along R, and if the charge is negative, so its direction is opposite to that. Here we are taking any charge Q. Now let's find the work done in moving the charge from Q to R. Work done in moving charge from Q to R is, as work is given as force into displacement. Here force is equivalent to QVB and displacement is equal to this breadth length, that is equal to L, or electromotive force, that is induced EMF, is given as work done per unit charge, which is equal to QVB L by Q, and we get induced EMF is equal to same which we have calculated earlier, that is equal to VBL.